Hello guys, welcome back to another video with me. If you're new here, hello guys and welcome, and if you're not new, hello guys, welcome back to another video with me. Today I'm going to be reviewing a book that I don't have physically, but I listened to the audiobook of it, and that is The Legend of Shadowhigh by Shannon and Dean Hale. Now, I don't know if you guys know, but I am a big fan of Monster High. I love Monster High. And so I also got into Evee After High through Monster High. And so this book is the Monster High and Evee After High crossover that us Monster High fans never got. But it was announced at the end of Boo York, Boo York. There was a cutscene at the end that had Astronova, one of the characters, in a conversation with Raven Queen and Applewhite on her eye coffin. And so that was the crossover, that was the link that we never had. And so this book was written as the book that we were meant to have as the Evee After High and Monster High crossover. So please, like the video, hit subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below any books that you want me to read, listen to, get on my Kindle, etc, etc. So this book is part of the Disney Reading Challenge. As some of you know, I am also doing a Disney Reading Challenge that lasts from the 1st of January 26 to the 31st of December 2026. So this book is going towards Grandmother's Fairy Godmother's Wand, which is a book with magic or spells. This book is very, very spell focused and magic focused, because we have characters such as Raven Queen and the Evil Queen who do magic spells quite a lot. So this book featured a lot of spells that Raven Queen and the Evil Queen were incanting. So that's why I decided to pick that book for that category. So I listened to this in audiobook. There was a YouTube copy of the book that was audio, that was an audio file, and therefore I read it. Well, I listened to it, I read it, however you'd like to say. I know that a lot of people don't think that listening to audiobooks is reading, but I think it is a form of reading in a way. It's just a lot harder for me to write down information about the book, because I don't know how many chapters there are, how many pages there are, and all of that. But doing some extensive research, I found out that there's about 327 pages in the book, give or take. And the book was published in 2017. So the book is almost 10 years old, which is about around the same age as Monster High anyway. Monster High came out in well, it's not, is it 10 years old? I don't know. No, it's not. Monster High isn't 10 years old, but Monster High did come out in like 2009, 2010, 2011, all of that. So yeah, it is 10 years old. Just ignore my brain. So, yes, and no, it's just had its 15th anniversary, I think. Monster High has just had 15th anniversary. I think, as far as I'm aware, this year was last year was the 15th anniversary of Monster High. So we have had Monster High for a long time. This book was really hard to get a hold of because it was expensive, because it is rare. You cannot find this book anywhere, and I've tried to get it on Amazon and it is really expensive on eBay. But what I do know based off the audio is that this book is set in Generation 2 of Monster High. So the films start with Welcome to Monster High and Electrified, and those are the Generation 2 films. They only did 2 of the Generation 2 movies, because Generation 2 was discontinued But now what we have is Generation 3 of Monster High, which are the dolls you may see in shops. But this book was set in Generation 2, which to me does not make sense, because Generation 1 with Astronova in Boo York was where we got the crossover hint that Ever After High and Monster High were going to do a crossover. However, it does make a lot more sense to have it in Gen 2, because in Welcome to Monster High, I don't know if you've ever seen, but they go and search for monsters using a monster mapalog, which is a map that searches for monsters, and that's how they stumble across Ever After High. So it does make sense for them to use Generation 2 as their way to incorporate Monster High and Ever After High. However, me being me, I do prefer Gen 1, just because I grew up with Gen 1. The villains of this story are the villains from Generation 2 Monster High, so Monica, Decay, and the Evil Queen. So these two team up together and cause chaos and havoc. I mean, there is another villain as well, but she is an Ever After High character, I think, or just specifically this Ever After High character. I love this book. I thought it was great, the way it was written, the way it sounded, the way the... I can't remember who actually did the audio for the audiobook, but she was cracking. She was superb. I loved how she put on all of the voices for the characters. There was Monster High slang, which was great in there. I just loved this book. It felt very Monster High. It felt very Ever After High. It is fictional. It's kind of like a fantasy adventure, and they did go on a good adventure, and it had a great flow, a great storyline. There was a lot of drama, things going on, and to me, I think that was really good. So I do rate this book 5 stars, because one, this is the book that I've been waiting for years to finally listen to, but also because as a Monster High fan, even though it was Generation 2, I thought that this book was perfectly written. And also, Shannon Hale is one of the authors of previous Ever After High books, so she does know what she's writing about in terms of Ever After High adventures and the characters, so she does know how to get into the mind of an Ever After High character. She did write it very well. I think, as far as I remember, there was about 27 chapters, I think 27, 28. But yes, it was really good. I was really enjoyed by it. The writing style was good. The way the audio was portrayed was good. The characters were great, even though we are familiar with these characters. They had their own personalities. The plot was great. It really flowed. It made sense. And the setting, there was loads of different settings, but they went on loads of different adventures through the story. It was just a great read and a great thing to listen to. So yes, thank you guys for joining me today. If you like this book, please give me a thumbs up again. I really appreciate it. Please hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any more content. Also, because YouTube will push my content to you if you're a subscriber. And also comment down below what books you want me to read or review, or kinds of things you'd like to see. I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.